And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. Trash. Every person you have is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport here on a Wednesday. Barnes, Tony, Zach, and Danny, full house.
That's right.
A lot going on in the world of sports. Maybe nothing good in baseball, but some hockey activity, the golf. But we don't even need to talk about baseball, right? I mean, what's the point? It's a holiday weekend, Tony. You're getting hammered. Come on.
That's true. It's true. Although it is a big holiday weekend for baseball, specifically baseball.
The doubleheader
in New York,
today,
dude.
A chance at redemption, right?
Dude. I mean, there's definitely a lot riding on the Mets today. The doubleheader, like you mentioned, the rain delay yesterday. Ernie was hyped about it. But I mean, dude, are we are you going like from here straight to the cruise ship, or like what's going on?
No, that's tomorrow, Rhode Island.
Tomorrow, Rhode Island.
Tomorrow night.
Tonight you're going poolside.
No, tomorrow.
After this,
tonight is just hoping the Yankees win. I mean, that's right. I mean, what else?
I mean, are you going to appointments with the bucket hat on? Like, come on, dude. Like, what's the deal? Like,
the bucket hat's off. But I just figured, I don't know. Just wanted to kind of switch it up.
Yeah, I love that bucket hat, dude.
Been a bit.
The white looks great. PGA, the navy blue matches the polo. I mean, I could see, LA Barnaby having their own PGA tour, honestly.
Yeah. No, and honestly, I'm just a little fired up because of, the combination of DNR, being on vacation, Grassa, and the Yankees losing on top of it. It's just been strictly PGA Tour radio.
That's great.
A lot of conversation about the John Deere and the upcoming Open Championships.
Hell yeah.
With golfers qualifying, including 52-year-old Lee Westwood yesterday. First Open Championship since 2022. Last finished fourth. The last time they had it at Port Rush. So I'm getting around for the Open, honestly.
Yeah,
it's a little bittersweet just because it's the last major of the year, but I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, the year flew by. I mean, we're saying that about the Masters. I feel like last season, all of a sudden, back at Augusta, dude. So
it took a long time to get back to
Do you think
Augusta.
it really felt that long, though?
Yes.
Really?
Dude, yes.
All right. Maybe that's just me,
I'm
then.
interested to see. I think there is going to be a lot of changes with the new PGA Tour commissioner. So I'm interested to see, not merger, but just with like schedule and stuff. And they've been floating around a lot of ideas.
New major.
Not a new major, no. But just more, getting rid of the no-cut events and having more full-field events where everybody's playing every week. There's been talk about moving the PGA Championship back to August.
Really?
Jim Nance's line used to be the final shot at glory. I guess they've been talking about that.
That's cool.
A lot, that they think, and you could play it at some venues in the Northeast that maybe, May, you're not going to have the best weather, during that time. So if you go to August, you could play anywhere. And I do think that the Northeast gets a little, I mean, we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Just there needs to be more golf in the Northeast besides the Travelers.
Yeah, and also I think the schedule in general. I mean, I know this year you were like saying how you don't always get the best like weather at Pebble Beach, because of the time you're there.
Like we don't need these swings. Everybody has private planes. It's just
do they?
No, but you know what I mean. It's not like that big of a deal.
No, yeah, it's not.
Everybody plays every tournament. You know what I mean? So it's just, I think they could move some stuff around. Another interesting point that they made was during football season to have the tournaments Tuesday through Friday.
Really?
So this way you're not competing with the NFL, because who's watching, golf in January when there's NFL going on?
That is pretty wild. Yeah, I guess so.
And that they should do that for the senior tour and the ladies tour.
Do you think that
at the same days as the PGA Tour too? So because
everything will be offset. Do you think that they're gonna maybe try it out with the senior tour for like?
What do you mean? Try the different days?
The different days of the senior tour first, or
I think so.
Yeah.
Because you got a big major. You want it to be. You don't want it to have to be
competing against the PGA Tour because it's not going to win.
Yeah.
But like, Tuesday through Friday, you got Patrick Harrington barking at somebody and,
That's really interesting.
winning
dude.
a major. I mean, I think people are watching during the week.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely would, and maybe cause some more stir for the sport in general because it's interesting. I mean, I feel like we talk a lot about the NBA competing with the NHL, and I feel like maybe a good bulk of the fan base doesn't necessarily cross over, but I feel like that's not the case for golf. Like who do you know that watches golf and nothing else? Like
Right, and barely anybody that I know watches it, and then we're gonna throw in the senior tour, the ladies tour.
right, not going to happen.
Right,
No offense.
But don't you think people don't? It just is specifically when it comes to major championship golf, people don't realize what they're missing out on.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, and not even just necessarily for major championships. I mean, look at Pot Geeter last week.
Yeah.
And honestly, then you're going into the John Deere Classic, who's he's playing again, he's golfing again. So it's like, the storylines are all over the place, and I think what people don't realize is just how incredibly freaking difficult it is to win one of these tournaments.
Yeah. No, I can't get enough of it. I love it. And like I said, the Open's great. Obviously, the times are a little crazy, but it is kind of cool. You wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and there's live golf on. So,
yes.
And then you got the
beers
on the
and the bats,
the
dude.
beers and the bats, but also like the British announcers on the radio.
Yeah,
they're hilarious. Level par, all that stuff. But I do see we have a couple comments if you want to get to those.
Yeah, jump over there right now.
Yeah, jump over the comments, Zach.
Just give me 1 sec.
Oh yeah.
At least he didn't throw the chair this time.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Ernie coming in here saying you're.
Oh, good morning, Ernie.
Josh B saying, yo fam, what's good?
What's up, Josh?
Ernie says, DTV, LFG, baby.
That's right, baby.
Says, best part of my day.
Oh, dude, that's really nice of you to say. False alarm, dude.
Says, Tony, are we fading?
No, we're not fading, dude. If anything, we're splitting the sixes today, I think. Obviously it's tough, but honestly, it is interesting because the doubleheader does set me up to pick 2 Mets wins, which would be kind of crazy, dude. Don't be laughing.
I think the crazier thing would be getting 2 Mets wins, let alone picking them,
Well, yeah, it's kind of the same thing I just said.
Was it though? I don't know. Just from looking at Zach and Danny, it doesn't seem like it was the same thing.
I guess it's just kind of the same thing.
Oh,
I mean, it's like kind of the same thing.
yeah.
So you know what, Ernie? I mean, you can bet on whatever you want to bet on, dude. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna stay true. All right, I got the hat on. Zach's here. Got the shirt on,
Yeah,
dude.
got the
Like,
shirt on.
you
A
know,
little dated.
a little
Quintana.
dated, but that's fine,
It's all
dude. Quintana, who we'll probably see, we will see tomorrow, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right, Ernie. All right, we're staying true. I'm not faltering, okay, dude. I'm not gonna fade the Mets. I'm not gonna agree with you. It's not gonna happen, dude. So I don't know. That's all I got for Ernie, dude.
Wow.
Josh B says fadeaways. That is it.
Yeah. That's the only fade you're getting, dude. It's a fadeaway, jumper, swoosh in the net. Okay, dude.
So
On top,
what
on
I'm
Ernie,
thinking,
dude.
until we just get into
That's what we should do, dude. TCA DTV basketball, dude.
Oh
I feel
yeah,
like that's
but
something.
no one wants to play. Kev do. I mean,
Nobody wants to play.
What's he gonna get down the court once or twice, and then he's gonna start hacking a lung?
Yeah, no, that's a
all
good
that
point,
oil
dude.
and
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, his lungs.
And there's
are
no
you
way
kidding?
Josh and Ernie are gonna last either. I guess.
I
Right?
think they would have better stamina than Kev.
Um.
All those cigs, dude. I
If
know
you
you love your
did-
cigs, but I mean,
If you
it's
did,
tough.
No, yeah, it is tough,
if you
dude.
did like 3-on-3 half court,
3-on-3 half court, dude. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, half court. No,
half
it's
court.
funny. Half court, especially because you're not playing basketball all the time. You're still,
It's still gassed.
yeah,
dude.
like,
you
like,
kidding
like
me?
I'm about to pass out.
Oh
still.
yeah, dude.
But it makes it a lot better, definitely.
The about to pass out part.
No,
Yeah,
well, I'm
yeah.
saying versus the full court.
No,
you're
oh my
done in
God,
2
yeah,
minutes,
dude.
You know,
But I'd be down, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some good courts, around Ernie and Josh.
me and Tony have a couple one-on-one games on film.
That's right, dude.
I don't have you.
Yeah.
I don't think either of you guys have seen them.
I have
No.
not, no.
Yeah,
I
in
mean,
the archives.
Talk about the archives. I mean, this has
Yeah.
got to be 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, but two games, one indoor, one outdoor.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, talk about getting tired. But
Oh
one-on-one,
my
I mean,
gosh,
you're doing
dude.
everything. That's a little more.
It's kind of annoying, honestly, playing 1-on-1 because it's really just
2-on-2,
Yeah.
3-on-3 were always my favorite.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think specifically 3-on-3, especially when your teammates, like, no one's like, oh, I need to shoot every time.
Yeah. You play a
It's
good
awesome.
game, dude. Yeah, 3-on-3 is where it's at, dude.
Yeah.
So that's TCA. Pick your best 3, dude. And if it has to be Josh B, Ernie, and Kev Do, then I wish you luck.
So anyway, tomorrow we do have the John Deere Classic. So a little 4th of July action for the PGA Tour here.
Love that.
And before we really head across the pond, for the Scottish Open and then the Open Championship. So this is an event that has been played in Silvis, Illinois, TPC Deer Run.
Love that.
This started in the year 2000, so it's been around a long time. Just at that course, but the tournament has actually been around since 71. So
wow, okay.
It's been a long run. I guess before 2000, it was called the Quad City Classic. Long time
Quad
title
City
sponsor. I guess they call, I don't understand. I know like the Twin Cities is Minnesota, but I guess Quad City is Silvis, Illinois. I don't know. Davis Thompson, though, did set the scoring record last year, 28 under par, 4-straight victory, shooting at 256. 2023, Sepp Straka won at 21 under. JT Poston won at 21 under back in 22. Lucas Glover at 19 and 21. Nothing in 20. Fratelli at 21 under 2019. And Michael Kim 27 under 2018. And then Bryson did win this event back in 2017, 18 under par. So needless to say, another one of those birdie fests that we've seen really the last couple of weeks with the Travelers and the Rocket Mortgage. And like we talked about earlier in this week, a lot of the higher ranked golfers sitting this tournament out. But as always, it does open up the door. We do have Pat Geeter in the field as well. So that's always something to watch. But in terms of, our top ranked golfer, Ben Griffin, who's been on fire recently, Sungjae Im, Jason Day, JT Poston, we mentioned the former champ, Denny McCarthy, Lucas Glover, Nico Echevarria, Matt McCarthy, Michael Kim, Steven Yeager, Tom Kim, Chris Kirk, just to name, a couple, and then your defending champion, Davis Thompson. So kind of a different, selection of players here. You got Ricky Fowler in this tournament as well. But what are you thinking here in terms of, a winner and a sleeper?
All right, so for my winner, I'm going to go Lucas Glover. All right, you mentioned, he won back in 2019, dude. So obviously knows this course, has the ability to win on this course. And it's, it's interesting. It's an interesting pool of players. I mean, what's the top ranked golfer is like 17th,
yeah.
24th, something like that?
17th, yeah.
So, I mean, I think it gives a lot of different golfers opportunity, especially ones that have won here before. And I feel like Glover, I mean, you look at his season so far, I feel like a little bit left to be desired. Obviously, no wins this season before top 10 finishes. And his most recent finish came out actually at the Travelers, tied for 9th here. And honestly, he hasn't really pulled together 2 back-to-back weeks many times this season of having some good tournaments. His last time looks like he tied at the Players, tied 3rd, then tied 8th at Valspar. But you're mixing in some cuts. You're seeing some tied 37th. You're seeing some tied 66. So I don't know. I just feel like with the momentum coming from the Travelers, a course he knows, a tournament he's won before, dude. I think he can get the job done here. Obviously, the putting has been a little bit of his downfall this season. But he, gets a lot of strokes gained off the tee, approaching the green, around the green. So I think if he just tightens up, that putter a little bit, I think he can put out, like a 25 under, to win the tournament. So give me Glover here at 25 under, and then I guess, sleeper is tough here, dude. But I'll tell you what, dude, I'd probably bet Pot Geeter to miss the cut, to be honest. Just a feeling in the Quad City, I guess. I guess I'll go with a fan favorite, and if the fan is me, that's the favorite. Steven Yeager, okay, with this the sleeper pick here. Again, he's been my go-to sleeper. Had some hits, had some misses, but I'd say give me 28 under for Yeager.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, for me here, I'm going to go with Chris Kirk. Had a really good tournament last week and just ultimately kind of faltered down the stretch, the playoff, being eliminated on the second hole. He's really had one of the worst seasons of his career, but I think that's some momentum moving forward. So I think the Birdie Fest bodes well for him. I'm gonna say 23 under par. And then as a sleeper here, I am gonna go. Let's see. I want to do something. Let's go. I haven't mentioned his name in a while. Joel Damon.
Wow.
I think he's ready. Had that collapse at the Corrales, I think.
Yeah, big collapse.
Punta Cana Championship.
The bottle.
The bottle. And I think he's due. And I think if he wins, I think, let's say it'll be 21 under par. But Joel Damon, by the way, let's see. He has missed 6 cuts in a row. Or is it 7? It is 6. But
since the blow up?
Since the blow up. So,
shit.
mental, game not in a good place here. And I think this is a good rebound. I think, maybe he's going to try sobriety this week. Honestly.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know, dude. Maybe tomorrow morning.
Damon win, like the after party must be nuts.
Oh my God. Yeah. Forget about it, dude.
It's crazy. I mean, we've been following him for a while. He's now 37 years old. Before we know it, he'll be eligible for the senior tour.
He looks a lot older than 37.
I mean, you know what they say, right?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, the alcohol aging you.
It does. It definitely does. Dude, the stress, the blow up. I hope he's doing all right, dude.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Honestly, good guy.
Yeah.
Guy. But ESPN Plus will get going at 7:45
There we go.
tomorrow morning. And then we will
Good for
get
us.
The Golf Channel taking over coverage at 4:00. So a lot of coverage, feature holes, marquee groups, all of that as the lead into the Open Championship.
Love that.
And I think the Scottish Open next week will be great because I think you'll have a lot of guys playing that event to get ready for Royal Portrush. Just off the dome here, kind of being put on the spot. I mean, who are you thinking for the the Open?
Oh man, dude. I mean, the first thing that popped in my head was Bryson, I guess.
Wow.
But also I honestly I can see like Aubert coming in here and like just being dialed in. We've seen some good performances from him this season, specifically at majors, right? Didn't he do well at the Masters? Or was the US? I think it was the Masters, right? Ludwig.
Yeah, I think that's
right.
what it
Like
was,
tied
yeah.
for 6th or 9th or something. So I feel like he's risen to the occasion for some majors this season. Obviously, a lot to be desired, but I guess off the top of my dome, maybe those 2 players. Why? What do you think?
Jeez. I mean, it is really tough. I'm gonna say Rahm. I think he's been
Really?
trending in the right direction. Everybody's talking on PGA Tour radio. He's
Really?
a lock for the Ryder Cup.
Oh, shit.
And I think he's ready because I mean you kind of forgot about him after that disappointing season last year.
Of course.
But he really has come on strong in the majors this year. And I think, winning an Open Championship, what a better way, and that would give him 3 legs of the career Grand Slam too.
Yes, dude. He tied 7th at the U.S. Open this season. Obviously, pretty good. I'm trying to get like some of his live
And then the
stats up, dude.
PGA, right? I mean, he had a good finish, though. And the Masters.
Yeah, and I know the Masters he did. I don't know where was he at the PGA tied for 8th. Okay, cool. So yeah, and then
we're
obviously
talking top 10s.
Masters he was I think tied for 15th or something like that if I remember correctly. But I mean, yeah, obviously like you said, I mean, it'd be interesting to see him maybe make a splash. But I don't know. I mean, the numbers are there, I guess, for the majors for him, but I don't know, dude. I think he'll fall short if he is in contention.
Do you think Rory rebounds? Because obviously hasn't been great since the
I think so.
home course. Though,
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
was just
pressure.
saying.
Opened with an 80 last time.
Yeah, but do you really think that I don't know, man. Don't you think like the monkey is kind of off his back right now? Like
But
he's kind of
I
feeling
mean, there's
more
got to be
relaxed?
something. He's big on his European heritage, like just winning.
Oh
at
yeah.
His home course. I think that's got to be big.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, that type of athlete, there's no doubt he's going to put pressure on himself to succeed. But I don't know. I don't think he's going to open with an 80. I think he's
No,
gonna be,
that
would be crazy,
That
dude.
would be crazy. Yeah.
By the way, Rahm leads the Live Tour in
Points?
greens and regulation.
Oh,
it
greens and
says,
regulation. Okay.
and then is second in the league with birdies. Looks like he's tied for 17th with Eagles, and he's driving distance. He is top 7 in the league for driving distance, dude. Putting average, though, tied for 28th.
And another live guy to watch out for, Patrick Reed.
Really?
Had a sneaky good season. He won on live in Dallas last week.
Okay.
And then also has had some high finishes. I think might have been 4th at the Masters, if I'm not mistaken. So he's a guy to watch out for. You could probably get some good odds.
You been watching live at all?
No,
But
just
ear to the ground.
Well, on Twitter it comes up.
Yeah.
So I just look at that.
Keeping your ear to the ground.
And I honestly just forget that it's on. I mean, that's I think the problem with live, despite the talent that they have over there. And going to be interesting too. I mean, he kind of backdoored like a decent finish. But Brooks Koepka, you know what I mean? It's been a really rough stretch for him. So it'll be interesting to see how he does as well.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. But looking forward to the last major of the season, a couple weeks away.
I don't think Koepka's going to do well.
No, probably not.
He's been going through something, I feel.
Yeah.
Right?
Jenna could be problems.
Is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. Right? I mean, what else?
What's the deal with Jenna, dude?
You don't know about Jenna Sims? Everyone's like, in awe over her. You see it all on social media.
I mean, I see her. I don't see the big deal.
No, I'm just saying. Maybe there's a problem with them. Like, what did you think I was saying, Tony?
All right, I'll do some research, I guess, right now, dude.
Yeah, do your research, dude. Do your research. But let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Drop it. Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. By the way, this just in here on the Jenna Sims Brooks Koepka marriage. It seems that as of 1 day ago, they just displayed a bunch of PDA in romantic new photos, dude. So it seems like things are going really well. This is off the heels of 2 days ago where she posed in a tanned bikini shots on the beach. So there we go, dudes. Seems like things are really getting hot and heavy over there in the Koepka residence, dude. But you know where else is hot and heavy? In the MLB, dude. I mean, I guess since the Mets didn't play yesterday, we have to recap. We will talk about the Yankees' loss yesterday, which was kind of tough for a lot of people, including myself. I got Max Fried on my fantasy team. He's been a huge pitcher for myself. But you're looking at the line he throws down here: 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Does throw almost 100 pitches at 99. But obviously, maybe not necessarily the line you're looking for. Even though at the end of the day here, I don't think you can really blame his start for a loss. I mean, really, if the bullpen kind of dialed it down, I mean, maybe you could figure it out here. But I mean, a 12-2 loss here. I guess I'll throw to Dan while Brian's still getting situated here. I mean, you're down 2-0 in the series, like being outscored was like 17-9 or something. I mean, like what's going on?
Right now, it really does feel as though the bullpen is now falling apart, whereas the offense is finally picking it up and like putting up 4 runs, putting up 5 runs. Like you should be in games,
Right.
but then the bullpen gave up 8 runs, and it's like you can't win if your bullpen is giving up 8 runs. A bullpen that's been good all year. It's hard to judge just because the Blue Jays offense plays in a way that goes to the weakness of everything the Yankees do. They put the ball in play. They don't strike out. And that's something that the Yankees really rely on, with their infield defense being okay at best. So I'm not... It's worrisome, but I'm not going to say I'm worried because, I mean, I think Max Fried should appeal that Davis Schneider being safe. I want to say it was Davis Schneider being safe at first base. Should have been, so Davis Schneider, that should have been an error on Jazz because his throw pulled Goldie off the bag, and then that would have been the 3rd out of the inning. those 3 runs should not be earned on Max Fried's
Oh,
day.
wow. So they scored that a hit.
Yeah, they scored an infield single.
Wow.
When if Jazz,
Made
the
the play.
throw was going to be on time,
Mhm.
it was that Jazz's throw was too far to the left.
Yeah.
So Goldschmidt came off the bag and then couldn't get in a spot to tag
Try to
David
see if I can
Schneider.
bring this up here.
So I think
that's
Max
tough.
Fried should appeal.
So I mean, at that point, I mean, obviously, you're talking about the 8 runs given by your bullpen, 6 strikeouts total from your pitching staff. I mean, do you think it's more of a defensive problem in the infield? Like, is it the fact that Toronto does play just getting contact and not striking out a lot and putting the ball into play? Like, was that really the problem these past 2 games?
I mean, I think despite there being some fielding errors, I think definitely more on the pitching. The bullpen can't give up those runs, but also I think it's time to put guys in the right position, and we've talked about this ad nauseum. It's like until you get that third baseman, I really think Peraza should be playing third. He's made some really good plays there. We know Jazz is tightening things up at second base, and that's it. And then just with the bullpen, I mean, I don't know. I just think Mark Leiter Jr. I think it's been questionable from Aaron Boone. It's like he's like one of those things where he's like trying to like get him right, and it's just like after the terrible performance he had the day before, why are you going back to him in a tight game yesterday?
Right.
I just thought that was stupid. And I know they're a little short with Cruz, but then it's like, all right, then maybe work on getting another reliever now. Sign David Robertson, do something because Cruz is not going to be there for a while. But then really what comes down to it too, and despite your bullpen imploding, last 2 games at the worst, you should have split, but you went 3 for 24 with runners in scoring position. It's just like that's the biggest concern, I think, because relievers will go through some tough stretches, but you can't do that, and it's like you got to just figure it out. And I don't know. It's like at any time that there's runners on, they just freeze. They freeze up. And it's just really it's not a good thing. And like even yesterday when they tied the game, I mean they tied the game on some errors. It's like that's just not. I mean that doesn't even feel like you really even tied the game. So it's just I think you got to just be so much better in that aspect, and I think they will. But it's like as a fan, you're tired of waiting for it to happen. But I mean, I just think there's those things, and especially too that it's a divisional opponent. This is a big game. Everyone's talking about how you play shit against your division, and then you drop the first 2 games, that you should have won. So I mean, you had your 2 best pitchers starting as well, and now you got to have Will Warren go tonight against Jose Barrios, who I mean I think you could get to, but you've used the bullpen a lot. So you're hoping that Warren, who usually kind of gives you 5 or 6 innings, can pitch 6 or 7 innings tonight. But we'll see if that will be the case.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean like Dan was saying too. I mean like you kind of think like one thing kind of goes wrong, maybe like your team kind of is fixing it, and then another thing kind of like comes up out of nowhere, like your bullpen kind of imploding a little bit, and it's like you said, Brian. I mean, you just can't have nights like that where your entire bullpen is like giving up runs. Like I don't know what it was, but it's just like maybe it was like just because of Max Fried's start. Like was Toronto just getting momentum? Like I mean, I feel like it was a tight game for most of it. Was it not?
It was. But you didn't hit with runners in scoring position. You put Weaver in with runners on, and it's like if Weaver is going to be in the swing man role out of the bullpen, why not just put him in the 7th then? Why are you starting with Mark Leiter Jr. second day? Didn't look good yesterday. It doesn't make sense, and it's just like I know he's had some good moments, but it's like one of those things where I mean I'm just done with him. I just feel like what's the point? Oh, we have contractual control. Then just trade him for cash. Then. You know what I mean? Like just get him out of here. It's just like we need more swing and miss in the bullpen. We haven't had enough of that in years. Honestly, it's like we have effective relievers, but not high velocity.
You think Boone is mismanaging the bullpen guys he has?
Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, it's just like why are you putting Leiter in that situation?
I mean, yeah, definitely because if you look at every time they've been in a mess lately, it's been just Fernando Cruz. And it's like, Fernando Cruz is locating the splitter, which he has great command over. Yeah, he's going to leave the bases loaded, and it's not going to be an issue. But before his injury, like against the Mets when he lost that game, like there are times where the batters are just not swinging at the splitter and it keeps breaking out of the zone, he can get into trouble. So, and I mean, it's just something that you see bad teams do is they change relievers with runners on, and it's something that it's constant. It is clockwork with this team because they want to get they just want to change like one out, or they want to use the specific lane.
Yeah.
And then you run out of guys in that lane. You need a new reliever. I don't know. It's just there's talent in the bullpen, but it's all talent in one pitch. And I think it's going to be hard because Cashman and Boone. We don't know what Cashman and Boone are thinking. Are they thinking, let's get Luis Gil back and put him in the rotation? Or, hey, this guy's stuff is something that we need in the bullpen. So if we can get him back a little sooner and just work him up to work like 3-4 innings, and we can use him as a long relief guy to just wipe out like 1 through 9 one time through, that'd be great. But you don't know what they're thinking. There should be quite a few relievers. Like if you trade with the Twins for Willie Castro, try and get Yohan Duran in that deal. Just try and find something. If the Guardians because the Guardians have plenty of relievers. If they end up trading anyone, try to steal someone from them. There are good relievers around the league, and it's going to be a balance between what are you doing with Luis Gil and what are teams valuing relievers after the Padres screwed up the reliever market last year in overpaying for Tanner Scott and the other guy they got from the Marlins.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you just had to attack that aggressively, and I would lean towards, just because it was a long time ago, but as a Yankee fan, you're kind of scarred by Michael. Scarred by Michael. Great birthday gift. The besides the bat, obviously, but the gift card, been using it, and I have to say the iced French vanilla at Donut Inn, outstanding.
Iced French vanilla. Problem. Internet?
Should be good now.
No one's speaking, so.
David, can you hear?
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. What happened though? Testo's too sweet.
No, honestly, the salad was delicious. What type
of salad? Is a house salad?
It was just classic, like mixed greens, tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, and that was just very fresh, very good. The bread, awesome. Pasta, vodka sauce, penne, good. Dinner.
What'd you get?
Well, it was, they just served platters of like whatever. Okay. So they had like mixed veggies, which was weird tasting. There was something weird, like
seasoning.
Yeah, weird. And then they got like roast beef, which like, I mean, like if you like roast beef, that's fine.
Wait, this is a buffet or no?
It was like they would serve platters to the table.
Okay. Oh, okay. Like big family style.
Yeah, family status stuff.
So what else?
And then chicken franchise, which was okay.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, I mean, I feel like you gotta have like
in Monroe we were in.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying you gotta have. They should have had like the penny vodka, chicken parm, like roast beef. Like why roast beef, right?
I don't know. I guess maybe people like roast beef. That's just not my thing,
It's supposed to be an Italian restaurant. Like why are you gonna roast beef?
I don't know. I mean, Testo's is just all right, dude.
I'm telling you though, again, if I ordered it, just like the Sally's Pizza.
I mean, not for nothing though, but if like chicken franchise, like what, like if you're messing that up a little bit, it's like
No, what was the deal with the franchise?
It did. I don't know. I feel like the batter, like where maybe the flour or something they had it in, wasn't. It was like kind of weird.
But I mean, like, was it
consistency
lemon?
was
there
odd.
lemon flavor?
Yeah, it was lemony. It was franchise.
Was the chicken like
Michael said it tasted a little fishy. I didn't taste that, but
fishy? I don't know. I just feel like if like this stuff happens when I'm not there, but if I'm there, it doesn't happen.
I guess. I mean, we've never really been to Testo's, I guess.
Yeah, no. But you know what? Also, I think is an issue, and it's really no excuse. But I feel like a lot of times too, some places like because of the style that they're serving, they're hammering out like a big quantity, and they don't put the attention to detail versus if you just got an individual.
They definitely were like Johnny on the spot with the refills of the food for sure.
Yeah,
like there was so much pasta, so much salad, so much bread.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
What pasta was it?
Penny vodka.
Oh, they did have penny vodka. I don't know why I like.
Oh, because you weren't listening.
Oh, I'm talking to Tony. What am I in Siberia over here? I mean, come on. Okay, was that good at least?
Oh yeah, no, the penny vodka was great. Even the waiter was like, "Yo, it's my favorite part of this course," and I was like, "Really?" And then, it was.
They've always had a good penny vodka.
Very good there, dude.
Yeah, but chicken.
Have some right now, to be honest, dude.
Yeah, no, that does sound good. But chicken, you got to get right. I mean, that's what it is.
Especially a chicken franchise. You know, it's like a staple of like any Italian restaurant. You know, like a good chicken franchise.
No, I think for me, the best franchise I've ever had was Remos. I don't know if you've ever, because we did have it for the Super Bowl one year.
Then I must have had it. I must have had it. Yeah.
But it's like the sauce is just spot on.
Oh,
yeah, over the penny actually I've been getting it over the rigatoni last couple of times.
Rigatoni, yeah.
Yeah, rigatoni's good. So,
oh boy,
gotta get it right. That good.
Gotta get it right, dude. That's right.
But I do see. I think we got a bunch of comments, right? Or no?
Let me check.
What the hell is Kev Do saying?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't care about Diddy. Like, it's like this isn't a Diddy podcast. Kev Do. Okay?
Yeah, definitely not. I'll start where. Okay, Kev Do came in, said, "Let's go. We want the smoke. Go Mets. Get off this skid."
That's
today.
right, Kev. Positivity, baby.
Take Down Sports. Follow, like, share. Thank you so much. I don't know if that's for you guys. That might be him promoting his own thing.
Oh, how dare he?
That's like a Nathan.
I don't know who Take Down Sports is.
No, but at Woodbridge Brewing Company.
Woodbridge, dude. Come to Woodbridge.
Dude, you can spend $300 and meet Luke Weaver.
Yeah. Oh, where was who commented that? What was it called? The Bridge.
Take Down Sports.
Take Down Sports. Where are they commenting from?
Facebook.
Really,
Facebook,
dude?
Yeah.
All right, Take Down Sports.
Getting taken down.
Kind of like a cool name, I guess.
If it wasn't spamming, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, hello, good morning.
Self-promoting.
You know, yeah. Like, hey, guys, great job with your show. Come check out
that
this
would be
other,
nice.
you know, like, how about, a little praise, you know? Jeez.
And what else we got here?
Donna coming in saying good morning.
Donna
morning,
Lee. Again, great meeting her at the Beach Bash. That was awesome.
Phenomenal to hear her talk about the Mets back in the day.
Oh, she was talking about that.
Yeah,
wow.
dude.
Yeah, no, she is one of a kind.
Also, I feel like a lot of people from back in the day, like the way they talk about going to games,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that should be good.
We're good right at the moment.
Any sound? You guys want to let us know?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. At the moment.
At the moment.
D-Rels coming in saying, Ernie, how about those Yankees? LMAO.
How about those Mets, D-Rolls?
They didn't play yesterday.
Good.
Can't lose if
Convenient
you
on
don't
Bobby
play.
Bonilla Day.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they didn't play on Bobby Bonilla.
That's fine, dude.
Fishboy saying,
John Pollock.
oi, and then saying, can't wait to beat Washington twice today. Go Tigers.
There we go, dude. Dude, so many postponed games yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, it was really annoying because I have...
Oh, no, go ahead.
Well, I have like a couple guys in the Padres, a couple guys in the Phillies, a couple guys in the Mets, all postponed. Like all of my fans' teams, so it was like really stupid.
No, and it also, too, it wasn't really forecasted that there was going to be rain, and all of a sudden, yesterday at like 7:30, it just started downpour.
Yeah,
And the fact that the Mets game was, like, that was so off the radar.
so off the radar, dude.
Canceled. I don't know.
It's
But,
like they don't want them to succeed, honestly.
and I just want to make sure. He said no sound again, but that's old or no? What time was that?
That's I think that was
was
from
old,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was old.
just want to make sure.
No, yeah.
Wait, what? So what do you think
That's
it?
old or
what-
no?
It sounds like it's like a soundbite.
What do I think it is?
Yeah.
Like with the sound?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It could be maybe that cable that's connecting the soundboard to my laptop.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. We've been having a little bit of a few technical snafus, like let's say the past 10 days.
Craigo?
I don't know. I don't think it's like a person's fault necessarily. Sometimes just equipment goes on you. We have internet problems here, camera port issues, the HDMI, dude. It's just like, you know, I mean, when you run like a highly operated media company like we do, just constantly creating
A lot of traffic.
a lot of traffic, a lot of wear, a lot of tear. Sometimes, you know, things are going to go wrong, things are going to break, and you got to like, you know, just roll with the punches here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's live, baby. We're live. We're live.
I will I will skip the Kev Du comment about Diddy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
Please
there.
get that out of here.
It does seem like he may walk, though, which is kind of crazy right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess jury's impartial or something, which I don't know how
Jeez.
you're impartial.
Now I don't want to watch the Yankee game tonight because of that. Oh wait, no, I don't give a fuck. All right, what else do we have?
Fishboy saying the Yankees are missing Tommy Kahnle, JK, LOL.
I mean, listen, he was good, but he fucked us in the World Series with
Mhm.
30 changeups in a row. So it's just, man. But it's hard not to be tight right now. But I guess it just starts with one. I mean, we better win today. But boy, I mean, I don't know about you, Danny, but I have a terrible feeling. I mean, are you expecting to win today?
Not really.
Yeah, right. Like, it's like what the
Damn.
and it's
They
like
couldn't win the Max Fried start.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's your best starter.
You know, it's just it's infuriating. It really is. But I mean, I guess the hope. I mean, Barrios from time to time will get hammered. So I that's what it is. That's what's so annoying too about our offense is it feels like we have to score 6 in the first 2 innings, otherwise we're not scoring. And then if there's a chance to score later, we're not. And then if we're down more than 3 runs, we're not coming back.
No, we haven't won a single game.
And I think we've only won 2 games down 2 runs. I think that they said. Like, but at the end of the day, I mean, what do you? It can't just be bad luck. Like, is it bad fundamentals? Like, what do you think it is?
I think it's a mix of everything. I mean, there's probably definitely some just you hit it where there's a guy, but I think most of it is just they don't play for the small ball. They don't, and because they don't play to bunch a guy over, hit a sack fly, leave a guys on second, just do that. Like, I'm completely okay you selling out for 1 run because you need to score at least 1 run in every game to have a shot at winning.
Right.
So if you can get a guy on second, do everything in your power to get them over and get them home. But they just don't do that. And yeah, it's tough because we don't know if it's like with the young guys, we don't know if it's because they came up through the minor league system when everything was exit velo and launch angle, where that's not real at bats, or is it just they don't like at the plate, they're just not sound, taking good at bats.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know enough information because they like to keep everything so secretive.
Classic.
to know what the issue actually is.
And I am noticing during this inconsistent offensive stretch a lot of swing and misses on the slider blown away, and it's like I don't get how you could get fooled by the same thing over and over and over. And
Are
over
they
again.
falling down in counts? Like, are they like on those sliders? Are they is it
Definitely like when we don't score the first 5 or 6 innings,
Yeah.
I feel like it's always strike one. Then it's
Yeah.
then they take the first strike, follow off the second, and then chase the third. That's
Dude,
usually what happens.
Oh my, I hate that, dude.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't under. I mean, the Mets have been doing the same thing too. It's
Yeah.
just like you're staring at first pitch fastballs down the middle. Like,
Yep.
come on, like you got to recognize these pitches a little
And,
bit
and
more.
then let's take it a step further too. And I don't know if you're noticing with the Mets, but then like let's say that pitch right down the middle, they're fouling it off.
mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't you notice a lot of that? They're not squaring up the fastball.
Yeah,
no, never.
So it's just oh man. But you just don't want to get too negative. So I guess, starts with one. I mean, obviously we gotta hope here that
Barrios.
that we can
Yeah,
salvage
knocking
these
around.
last 2 games. I mean, it just unfortunately it feels like, oh, best case scenario, you win one of them,
Yeah.
which is just like embarrassing. It's like that's just like those things is, you take such pride in being a Yankee fan, and then just to be so weak against division rivals, like it really just leaves you with a sour taste in your mouth. And I don't. Do you think it's that they know us so well and they know our flaws, and that's why they're beating us? I mean, I think we have the worst divisional record in the division.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes to with the Red Sox and the Rays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the Blue Jays doing anything that's like, oh, they know the Yankees can't field, so they're just like trying to put the ball in play. Like that's just the team they are this year.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, and then that I think the Rays and the Red Sox always scout the Yankees really well. That's why you have games where on Sunday Night Baseball, the Red Sox break the record for most stolen bags in a game.
Oh,
It's like
that
they
was terrible.
scout those two teams scout the Yankees really well.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays and the Orioles have enough top level talent where they just seem to turn it on for Yankees series, and then the Yankees just never show up.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees are a quadruple A Central team.
They are 10-14, by the way, against AL East teams, which is worse in the division.
Yeah. So even if you win these next 2 games, you're still 12-14, and then it's still going to be a terrible feeling once we play like the Red Sox again. It's like I just have no confidence we could beat them. They're not even a good team, so it's just like it makes you feel like it all comes back to like what you were just saying in the minor leagues and just having Cashman without good ideas, without new player development people, and not bringing these guys up in the system the right way, right? I mean, what else could it possibly be?
I don't know. John Pollock, though, has some positivity, taking Yankees 4-2 today.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's reasonable.
I know, but it's just
Barrios, come on.
yeah, Barrios, come on, but it's just
But if they keep intentionally
good,
walking
though.
Judge and no one does anything after it.
I mean, Jazz is. I mean, so he'll have some bad strikeouts here and there, but I mean, he's been pretty dialed. But Stanton looks like shit. And he'll probably be out of the lineup today.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
yeah, why did JC Escarra catch 2 days in a row?
Oh,
Why was
'cause-
Ben
'cause
Rice
what-
sitting on the bench yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Well, also though, I think part of that is that he's really cooled off as well. But still, yeah, Scara, like I'm good with any. Also, that key catcher's interference. I'm trying to think wasn't the catcher's interference right before the grand slam? Because I think
Yes.
that would have been the second out of the inning instead it loaded the bases.
Yeah. Which I still don't understand because it was a strike looking. Like,
No, and also too, is this just like was that always a rule? Because I have to say, like growing up watching baseball games, I don't remember ever seeing
I didn't see the
catcher's
play.
interference. But I'm just saying in general.
I had gotten called for catcher's interference once.
No, but I'm saying like, do you think that they're calling it way more now than they used to? I don't
What
even
was the
remember
play,
ever
though?
seeing it. No, it was just the guy struck out and they hit his
His
glove.
glove, yeah.
But I guess that's because of the framing and they weren't. Everybody was
Yeah.
trying to be more of defensive catchers
Mhm.
blocking balls. But right, like growing up, I don't remember ever like, oh, it's catcher's interference. It's not a strikeout. Like, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
No, yeah, I guess I haven't. Yeah. But then again, I mean, I don't know.
I think
mean,
it was always a rule, but I'm saying it just didn't.
I don't
happen
think
that
they weren't
much.
calling it, though. That's why it
It just
wasn't
wasn't
happening. I think
happening.
it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, but it's so like I don't know. It almost like pisses me off, like the
Mhm.
jumping into the defender on a 3-point shot. That's what
Yeah.
it feels like. And
Yeah,
I know
no.
a lot of times it isn't intentional, but it just
Right.
doesn't. It seems like a I don't know, just like certain type, like especially like so on a strikeout. So he's already missed the pitch, and then just after he's already missed it, his glove taps the glove, so it's not an out. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, his what? The batter's bat hit the glove.
But I think wasn't it on the swing through? Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like he's going to hit the ball and he hits the glove. It was like at the end. Like,
Oh, like after the follow
yeah,
through, he hits
right?
the catcher.
Wasn't that what happened?
Yeah, let's look it up here. I don't know, Zach. Can you pull it up?
I can try.
Yeah. See if you can find
I
it.
can find it.
I remember one time Anthony Volpe got a call like that
Mhm.
against the Blue Jays. Like Alejandro Kirk, I think,
Kirk
caught
sucks.
it, and then like Volpe swung
Yeah.
after the ball was in his glove, hit the top of his glove,
Oh,
and
really?
was awarded first base.
I mean, I guess that kind of. I mean, if I go to swing and I'm hitting your glove like on my downswing, I guess like not for nothing, like back up. Then yeah, like that catches interference. But if it is in the follow through where I'm over here and the bat's hitting you, like that doesn't make any sense at all, dude.
No.
One time I remember playing Little League catching, and like this guy like ropes a single and like swung the bat, like obviously like the bat to go run to first, and he hit me with the bat. Called him out.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, that's right, dude. I'll take one for the team.
But yeah, that really pissed me off.
It's a
Sorry.
Oh wow, look at that Canadian flag,
Yeah,
dude.
what a good day it could have been.
What inning did this go down in?
This
Mm.
was the 7th inning.
Seventh inning.
Gotcha. So that you guys don't
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can
screwed.
scrub through and mute it. I'm trying to see. Sometimes Twitter's a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't find the Jazz play on Twitter.
Yeah, it's the bottom 7 of the 7th. With 2 on and 1 out.
All right, should be around here.
Should be around here. Oh,
Oh,
God.
this was the Grand Slam, so it was right before this.
They might
gotcha.
not show it in the highlight. That'd be kind of stupid if they didn't show it in the highlight.
Oh,
Yeah,
video
this is
review.
it. This is it.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Oh, I guess it
Oh.
was on the swing. I guess it was on the
Mm.
swing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull it up for everybody.
yeah, definitely. Like again, Twitter, not doing me good today.
Mm.
You don't understand how I literally just like search Yankees catches interference, no results. Ridiculous. The red jerseys, interesting.
Well, it was Canada Day.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
No, you know what just pisses me off about that is like, I mean, I know he did it and it was on like when he was swinging, but he had no shot at hitting that ball.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I mean, is that all? I mean, JC Escara. I mean, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to recognize. I don't know if that batter was deep in the batter's box or something, but regardless, like you're the catcher. Like
Well, they say the catchers are up more too as well.
Yeah,
They're
I
trying
bet.
to catch it sooner,
Mhm.
and that's what results in it.
So, and I mean, maybe that's a result of just not having as much experience necessarily behind the plate, specifically against the Blue Jays, or even just in general. But yeah, I mean that definitely can't be happening.
Yeah.
There's
What a
Springer.
terrible. Oh, what a terrible day. Springer. Really a terrible first 2 days of the series. Oh man, infuriating. But yes,
John Pollock doesn't like the red jersey. He says ew.
I love those.
I think they're
I think
nice,
they're really
but
nice.
not against us. So let's get them out of here.
Yeah.
I wanted to ruin Canada Day for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Canada? What is that?
I think it's the day they became like
A nation?
a state, or they became
nation?
like
Were they?
separate entity
Yes.
from the British Royal
Yes,
Crown.
that's definitely what it is.
Really? So it is like an Independence Day.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess good for that. I didn't realize that they were like.
The game also was delayed like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
at
it
the
started.
start.
At,
for no reason.
3:27 for like I don't know whatever festivities they were doing before. But yeah, we better get the job done. Tonight. And
Tonight.
Do we have picks updated?
We do have picks updated, dude.
Well, let me guess. I did terrible. Best 3-3, probably a 2-4, 1-5.
Yeah, you were 2-4.
It's like so ridiculous.
Raising the
Yankee
under
can't
kind
win
of
a
killed
fucking
you,
game.
and then the totals.
Yeah, the totals are great.
Totals were tough, dude.
But overall in these picks, are the totals going under or over more? Our games.
What do you mean of the games we pick? You're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, dude, it just seems
split.
like that they're going the opposite of whatever we
we're
pick.
doing.
Yeah, dude.
So, I guess I'm
So
gonna
it's
just start
like,
doing that.
yeah,
I'm gonna
I
start
don't
doing
know, dude.
that. And I'm not gonna trick myself. I'm actually gonna do the opposite of what I think. Try it out.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. So right now, as it stands, you're 69 and 75, and I am 70 and 74.
All right. And I
So,
think
one game.
It's your pick first.
I think it is my pick first.
So let's strike up the music. MLB 6-pack pick segment. Hearst Law Firm. All of that. Can we get over 500 by Labor Day? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. It may not be, to be honest, dude. Like, absolute crapshoot. Speaking of crapshoots, I mean, I am just put in the worst position possible here today. 2 games for the Mets, and I only have a 1-game lead here. So, by the way, it is confirmed we're getting Tidwell for Game 2 for the Mets. Holmes, as I mentioned before, is towing the sled against Peralta. I mean, I guess I got to do it. Let's go to Game 1 here. In Citi Field, Brewers, one of the hottest teams in June, hasn't lost a series, I don't think, since the series against the Braves in early June. And we know about their pitchers, Peralta being obviously a bright spot, 2.90 ERA, 8-4 on the season. The Brewers, who started off poorly this season, now 10 games over. Clay Holmes. I guess you can go Mets 11 games over, sure, but obviously we know about the stretch they're going through. Look at Clay Holmes, last few starts, okay, I guess, not great though, not giving the length you need. 5 innings, 1 earned run against Atlanta, 5 innings, 1 earned run against Tampa. So he's gonna, pull a monkey out of his hat today. I'm saying he's going 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 10 Ks. And I say it's going to be a big piece as to why the Mets are going to be winning, because I'm going to say the Mets bats are going to be cold. Obviously, Peralta, good pitcher. I'm trying to locate here the over-under, which MLB app is failing me right now. I'm going to go over to ESPN, stand by. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I'm probably going to take the under.
It's got to be 8.5, no?
You would think so.
It is
7-10. Both games are 8.5.
Oh, well, the first game. You're talking about the second game?
Oh, no. Both games are 8.5, actually.
Okay.
So give me the Mets winning this game. I'm going to say
one.
Game 1. Game 1 here. Clay Holmes.
All right.
Frederick Peralta. So I'm going to say give me the Mets here. I'm going to say, do they walk it off in Game 1? No, they don't. But it is 2 solo shots. Give me Soto. Give me a Jeff McNeil dinger as well. I would say like a two-run homer. I say the Mets win this one. I'm going to say 4-2. Mets in the under for my first game.
All right.
Let's go.
So normally this
Book
game, obviously Toronto,
Now.
third game of the series, Will Warren, Jose Barrios,
Book it.
8.5 is the total. Normally I would say we go over because Warren's pitching. Barrios, despite a 3.26, can give up some runs. Not a big strikeout guy, 89-102. But I guess everything has to be the opposite, right? So we're going to say Will Warren, 6 innings, I guess 2 earned runs, and Barrios, I think maybe 6 innings, 3 earned runs, and we finally win a tight game. I'm going to say we win 4-3. So let's just get off this 2-game losing streak. So Yankees under, and Stanton has to hit a home run at some point. So I would say book it.
All right, book it. I had Mets under. You had Yankees under. We're going to go to Game 2, Ernie. All right? So you can suck it. Because we got Tidwell against Mizraowski. Jacob. How do you say it?
Mizraowski.
Mizraowski.
Yeah.
All right, that's not that bad. Mike Wazowski is on the mound here against the Mets. Tidwell, hammer the over, to be honest. I feel like Jacob here, 3-0, 1.13 ERA, has had good starts here, obviously, through 16 innings pitched. But I think it's into a little bit of trouble. I mentioned Game 1, Mets bats cold. Game 2, Mets bats hot. Soto, grand slam, 7th inning, 21st homer of the season for him. And I say the Mets go on to win this one. Tidwell gives you 5, maybe, with 4 earned runs. Jake maybe somewhere around the same. Mets win this one. I'm going to say 9-5. Typical 9-5 day. Let's go Mets in the over, Game 2.
All right.
Sweep.
So Dodgers, White Sox, 10-10, Chavez Ravine. Dodgers won 6-1 yesterday, and the White Sox are 28-57, 9-33 away from guaranteed rate field. Normally, I would say Dodgers winning like 15-4, but I guess we're doing this opposite thing. So I guess this total is going to go under again, 9.5. So let's say Dodgers win 7-2. Kershaw, 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. Shohei goes deep once again for number 31 on the season. Dodgers in the under.
Last game, third game here.
Josh B really chirping Tony in the comments.
Really,
Fade
Josh
the
B
Mets
can
game 1, super fade game
literally
2,
suck my ass,
crying
Josh.
emojis, and then Fish Boy saying boo F the Dodgers.
Yeah, Josh B, I'll handle you later. Third game here. Let's go to Chicago. Why not, dude? Wrigley Field. Imanaga here on the mound. 4-2, 2.54 ERA against a Cleveland Guardians team who, how they've been doing as of recently, I think okay, right? Cleveland here. I guess that's not what I'm looking for here. The standings. Cleveland Guardians here. 3-7 in their last 10. They're a 5-game losing streak. We're making it 6, dude. The Cubs are coming in here. Over under. What the fuck, dude? Why can't I find the over unders today, dude? It doesn't really matter anyway. It's probably gonna go under, I guess. Cubs have been kind of middling a little bit in their last 10 games.
It's 8.5.
It's 8.5. Cubs good baseball, good offense. Run differential is one of the best in the league here. I think they can score 7 on their own, giving up 2 here. Imanaga, 7 innings, 1 earned run. Pete Crow, maybe like a bases clearing double in the 5th. Yeah, Cubs go on to win. I'll say 8-3. Cubs in the over. Book that 3-0. 6-0.
All right. Last game up here. Yeah,
I know it's tough
right?
pickings, dude.
I'll go the Astros over
A lot
the
of
Rockies.
makeups too.
Again, I would think this would go over, so we're gonna go with the under. But I think it's Hunter Brown, right? Hunter Brown pitching against Austin Gomber. Batting practice, as you'd imagine, with the Colorado pitcher, 6.14. Coors Field, 10.5. Astros still waiting on Alvarez back, hand specialist. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't come back this year. But I think the Astros, I think they win 8-2. So give me the Astros under, just like that. MLB 6-pack pick segment. As Tony said, 6-0. Let's go. And let's do a grid.
That's right, dude. Let's do the grid. I saw Zach had it up. I saw Phillies Tigers.
Yep.
Which is kind of tough, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Castellanos, but that's probably too high.
Way too high, dude.
But I think David Wells for Boston and Detroit. All right.
That's a good one. I like that.
So
we'll get the grid pulled up.
Your time, dude. I know Brian likes to rush to things.
Wow. All right.
What?
Getting that Blue Jays clip out of there. We should be all good.
All right. Yeah. So Boston, David Wells.
David Wells, dude. For Phillies, Twins.
2%. There we go.
You can do J.A. Happ.
Okay. J.A. Happ.
Might be.
It's just J.A.
Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, dude. What does that say? 0.7?
0.6.
0.6, dude. Let's go.
All right. So first base.
I mean, for Minnesota, you got Ty France. You think that's going to be too much?
Joe Mauer.
Joe Mauer?
Yeah. Go with that. Wow. A lot higher than I thought.
What does that say?
14.
Oof.
Not good.
That's all right, dude.
All right. Let's see. First base for Detroit, Tony Clark.
Tony Clark. Let's do it. You think that'd be too high?
No. No, everyone just thinks he's the player rep. Oh.
Play rep, dude.
There we go.
What does that say?
It says 3%.
3%. Let's go, dude.
Let's see. One team.
Do you think first base, one team, Vlad Jr.? Do you think that'd be too much? Or people will overlook because he's playing right now?
Let's think about that for a second.
Stay away from Toronto.
You know what I feel like? For Boston, I always like to do one team like somebody who or Brian Bayo, right? I mean, he's only been on Boston.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I got Pedroia in my head, but I feel like that would be too high.
What about like Raphael? Like, what about one of the young guys?
You could do
Marcelo Mayer.
Yeah.
All right, do Mayer for Boston.
Oh,
Boston only one team, yeah.
One team, bottom middle. Sure. Mayer. Or yeah, you could do it that way too.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
3%.
How much?
3%.
3%. Nice. You can try to do Stott for Phillies, only one team. I don't know if that's
what about
maybe more
Nick
than
Abel?
Nick Abel. You can do Nick Abel.
Or Mick
Abel.
Yeah, do Mick Abel.
Yeah. Um,
4%. Philly, Detroit.
Let's see if we're getting.
Besides Castellanos.
I know AJ Hinch played for Detroit, right? He was on like a couple teams.
I don't know if
when
he
he
was
played.
on Philly.
I don't know either, dude.
Ernie is saying Placido Polanco for Phillies, Detroit.
There we go.
Shout out Ernie.
He said you killed the grid already.
14%. Jeez.
Really? I'm gonna see if Hinch was in there.
And then first base, one team. I was just trying to like get. Oh no, he played for someone else. I'm trying to think of somebody who had like a short career, or who's or Ben Rice. Yeah,
Ben Rice, first base, only one team.
Yeah,
it's a good one. Probably did Pete Alonso too. That'd be way too high.
Oh wait, what? What did that?
What does that say?
Hold on.
What does that say right there, little box?
With a free grid account, you can share a link to your grid so others can view it with no split. Okay. Yeah, no. I don't know why.
Why did that do that?
Oh, no. Yeah, it ended it.
That's so wild.
It says.
But we didn't get anything wrong.
No.
To the back channels we go.
I guess you're gonna have to, right?
Yeah, that's really fucking annoying.
That is kind of annoying. Do you know how to do back channels? Incognito grid?
No.
If you hit Shift Command N, it'll open up a new incognito window. Yes, and then you can go to Macro Grid, and it won't have your progress saved. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys still still seeing it?
Yep.
Well, you got to go to the
share it.
See where to share this tab right there.
Oh, gotcha.
Instead.
Gotcha. Yep.
And then I'll let you know in the stream if it changed immediately. But where we go? Top left was Polanco, right?
Polanco. Yeah, it's Polanco, Wells, and Clark for the top row.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It is up, by the way, on the stream.
Computer is
shitting the bed.
Shitting the bed. Yeah. Hold on.
Internet.
Sharon.
Gotta let him know.
Yeah, it's like frozen. Yeah.
Is the laptop charging, by the way?
Yes.
It is charging.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes, like, if it's dying, it'll, like, freeze up.
Yeah, it's frozen right now. Can't click on anything.
Wow.
Like Google is, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can exit out. It seems like that Baseball Reference doesn't want us to complete this grid.
Yeah, I'm honestly real pissed. And I didn't even know that this was through Baseball Reference.
Oh, really? Yeah. This is a Baseball
Makes
Reference
sense.
vehicle.
It just because like it's not baseballreference.com/immaculate grid, you know what I mean? So that's why I was thinking that it was just something separate. But
Yeah. I don't know.
maybe a partnership or parallel, something like that.
The parallels.
Yeah.
Won't even let me click out of Google.
Really? Like you hit the escape button and.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's see. Get it. Okay, hold on.
This is crazy, dude.
I know.
Ernie's calling in right now. Says you guys got one wrong? Question mark. Hold on. Let's see if we can get Ernie on the line here. Stand by, Ernie.
I can put him on.
Yeah, I'm connecting to the Bluetooth right now.
Okay, perfect. Well, I sort this out because it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
frozen.
Ernie, is it unmuted? There we go.
Yearning. Yo, have you ever seen the grid do that? Like where we didn't have 9 guesses?
You guys, no, I saw that you messed it up a little bit.
How?
Eh.
What?
Who did you have? Who did you have?
What?
Probably a service. Thing.
Yeah, probably.
Just going to shit right now.
Dude,
Yeah, right. I mean,
the computer's legitimately like
Oh.
Chrome. It won't even let you X out of Chrome.
All right,
So I guess
I would just gotta bite the bullet, I guess.
No grid. That's.
I mean, we did it, dude.
Well, like it won't even let me go back to StreamYard right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can't get out of the incognito
we gotta
mode.
like sign like
Won't let me
when
out.
we close out, we gotta just like rip all the cords out. And otherwise, it's just gonna be on forever.
This is pretty wild. You can't close this tab right here. Close this window.
But what about Control Alt Delete, not responsive, and then just kill it?
Yeah, but see if you
But for
I just don't know if I close Chrome.
so
it's
if
gonna
you
close
quit Chrome, you'll be out of the stream for a minute.
That's the
I mean,
problem.
but probably just do it, right?
I mean, if you have nothing else to do, if you can't do it, you can't open up the other window of Chrome. Like if you exit this one, there's like a closed window.
Oh, and then Ernie's back.
Looks like we got Ernie back, dude. Connection issues everywhere, says Josh B.
But which one did we mess up? I don't remember. I don't think we got one wrong.
You can't get back. You can't get out of full screen from here.
He mixed it up by mistake. He was on the wrong one and clicked something quick. I don't think he noticed it.
Wow, I have to say, for us not to realize that is.
I know, right? And Ernie
crazy.
caught it. Like, what was Ernie doing?
Yeah. And then,
Oh, did I click something?
no, that's what he said. I didn't see it.
Yeah, Ernie said it was all Zach's fault.
Yeah.
It was by mistake. You just clicked something and it popped up red. Then you went back to the right box. It was fast. Like it was just really, really fast.
But while they're just handling this for a second, I know you heard us talk about it, Ernie. What the fuck is going on with the Yankees? I mean, I'm sick to my stomach. I really am.
I mean, is it shocking though?
No, but that pisses me off more. You know?
That's what
I get what you're saying, but like at the end of the day, we're still all right. Is it bad? Yes, I'll admit it's bad. I'm not gonna sit here and be, the blinders Yankee fan. It's bad. It looks bad. Is it as bad as other teams around the league? No. Are we still in first place? Yes. Are we on a complete skid? No. Do we need to play consistent ball? Yeah. I mean, I still don't think we're in a bad spot just because our best baseball is ahead of us. So we just got to get through what seems like every single year, the month or two before the All-Star break, and then we should be okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've definitely remembered Josh B a couple times saying, we got to just get to the All-Star break, But I don't know. I just like, is there a simple answer for why it happens? Is it a, organizational flaw with like Boone and Cashman and Howell not setting the tone? I mean, what do you think it is? Are these guys not taught right?
I think they need to cut with the analytics.
Yeah.
Like really, really stop trying to analyze every single aspect of the game. You have like that whole guy goes 4 for 5, 3 for 4, then you bench him the next day. It just doesn't make sense you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Things like that don't make sense. So it's just like, where exactly do you go from there? You know what I mean? It's just inconsistent ball. That's all it is. It's inconsistent ball because the guys that aren't producing were producing in the beginning of the year. So it's not like they can't.
Yeah.
It's not like they're incapable or they're just not that good. They're good enough to do it. But
are we gonna make the adjustments to beat these divisional opponents? Because I mean, it's I think we said 10-14 so far. I mean, this year. I mean, do you see that turn around? Because I don't know. Every time it's a division series other than the Orioles, it feels like we're gonna lose.
I mean, the problem is that no matter how bad Toronto is, they've always had our number.
Right. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But why is it just me? Am I making this up? Or does it feel like too many teams, quote unquote, have our number besides like the Central?
Yes, but then if you think about it, fine. Look at our record in the division, but we still hold the lead in the division.
Right.
So like baseball is it gives you the benefit that other sports don't, and as far as like your divisional record, like you can be trash against your division and still lead the division and grab a 1 seed in the league. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, would you want to beat up the guys in your division? Absolutely, but in the overall aspect of what you want the season to be, does it really matter? Not really.
Yeah, I mean, I think just for morale and especially with this series against the Mets, where I know it's not a division thing, but it's it's bragging rights and you want to play well there. I mean, I think they got to win these next 2 games in Toronto. I mean, I just think that'll just completely turn the tide here if we can.
Well, I remember we won a series last week. The last series we won.
Yeah,
The A
against the
series,
A,
we
you know what I
won,
mean?
yeah.
But it's like we beat A's in Baltimore, but it's like, can we beat the Red Sox, the Blue Jays? We have to beat the Mets. Can we beat the Dodgers if we play them? I just want to beat these top teams. What happens when we play Houston? You know what I mean? It's like,
But now the question will be though. I mean, look, if we have 2 series wins back to back after our skid, right? As long as we win a series against Toronto,
or it will be a split, but
or even a split. He's showing that he's a liability at the plate and he's reckless. What do you do with that? Like personally, if I was a coach and I had a player who was bad defensively and couldn't hit a 2 on a Friday night in Seaside, bro, like
I mean, I don't know. Friday night in Seaside, those 2 should be pretty easy to hit, no? I mean, after double digits.
Exactly, bro. Like, you know how many 2s listen, I remember when I was 20, I remember when I was 20, bro. People were like, yo, how was your weekend? Oh, I had a 10. Really? Yep, I had 2 5s.
Oh man, yeah, no, Volpe
But
just
it's that
another
bad
thing.
though. Like as funny as it is that bad. Like
No, I
he
know.
swings at pitches that are 4 feet off the plate. And this is what drives me crazy. I watched an at bat the other day with Volpe, and I literally turned off the TV and stopped watching. Like and
Yeah.
we won. We won that. But I turned the TV off and stopped watching because it was just unrealistically frustrating. Watching him, first pitch fastball, no swing, right down the middle. Second pitch, foul. Third pitch, slider, swing, strikeout.
No,
And
I
then you
literally
look
said
at
that sequence. We've seen it so much during this ride. I was literally just saying that earlier. That sequence is awful.
So then he gets up. Then he gets up at the next at bat, right? Swings at a pitch that's at his eyes, swings at a pitch at his knees, and then gets buckled by a fucking hanging curveball in the middle of the plate, bro. 1, 2, 3. What the come on.
Yeah. No, I'm done with it. You know, that's for sure. And you know what else is crazy? And I hadn't looked this up, and I knew it was bad. I didn't really we had fallen to this level, but pretty sure going into last month we were top 5 in the league runners in scoring position. We are now 19th, hitting 240 with runners in scoring position. And the top team, the Dodgers, 302. Number 2, what do you know? The Rays, 286. Toronto's 4th, 279. So I think despite, the bullpen fucking up, that's the thing. If we want to get back on track, we have to hit in these situations. And we can't keep seeing sequences like you just described.
Yeah, no, it's bad because how many times, and you know what? I'm not going to sit here and just put it all on Volpe. As bad as he's been,
everybody's not doing it.
We do have to have a conversation about not just anybody, but about Aaron Judge. As good as a season as he's having, as unreal as a hitter as and the season he's having this year, look at his numbers in running and scoring position.
Yeah.
Like how many times have we seen him struck out with man on second and third, strike out with bases loaded?
He's chasing the slider again.
Yeah, he's chasing the slider again, and it's just like, dude, you are a generational talent. If anybody is gonna learn to not swing at that fucking slider that's damn near in the left batter's box, is you. Do it. He did it in the beginning of the year. Like he wasn't chasing sliders out the way. He wasn't chasing pitches low. He wasn't doing any of that in the first 40 games of the year. All of a sudden, we go on a skid, and now he's swinging at everything that's off the plate. He's letting pitches go by that are there because he's guessing slider. That's maybe, you know what? Maybe that it is. That's what it is. Now that we're having this conversation, maybe it's the fact that they're all guessing.
No, I agree with that. Stop with the guessing. And if you are gonna guess or sit, I've always said this. Like, why wouldn't it be fastball? Like, why are you looking for anything else? What are you gonna hit better than a fastball over the plate?
And that's what I was always taught as a kid. Like, kids are going to throw you dumb shit. Just sit on a fastball. The first fastball you get, whether it be first pitch, second pitch, doesn't matter. First straight fastball you get in the zone, you take a hack at it.
Right.
And these guys are watching fastballs early in the count. They don't even swing. They don't even step. They let it go. And it's just like, how, bro? When we destroyed the Brewers, that second game of the season, we swung at 80% first pitch fastballs.
Yeah. No, you're right. Exactly. No, and I hope they change the approach because I mean you're just at a breaking point and it's like you've barely hung on to this division lead. If you could just turn around now, you could get back to where you need to be. And like we talked about that, man. I know it's not divisional, it's just crosstown rival type of thing, but we got to win this series against the Mets too. So you just want to take these two out of 3 against the Mets, and then we can get back going in the right direction.
I mean, beating the Mets isn't going to be hard. I mean, if anybody's looking worse than us, they are. So it's like,
no, but you know what I'm saying, though. It's just at this point, nothing has been easy. Like even the series is against the Orioles and the A's. We had bad games. You know what I mean? It's like we're not taking advantage of the inferior opponents. So you want to see us do that.
Realistically, I don't even know if we win that series. Just because it's in Citi Field, we haven't looked great.
No, this is what I'm saying. But let's do that. Let's change the narrative, please, dear God.
Ernie, are you worried about Trent Grisham being injured and Jason Dominguez getting everyday run, or are you excited?
I am actually more excited. I think me and Barnes talk about this a lot, that as hot as Trent was in the beginning of the year, he has significantly cooled off. If you're going to give Jason an idea that he is going to be our outfielder of the future, then yeah, you do that now, and you let him get his reps in, and you push him, and especially because I feel like you get a little more out of Dominguez than you go do Grisham. Like, yeah, Grisham, good pop bat, good power bat, especially lefty in Yankee Stadium. He give you a couple home runs, give you a couple singles, good RBIs, good RBI guy. But Dominguez gives you just a tad bit more. Switch hitting, power from both sides, speed on the bases, a lot faster than Grisham, a lot faster in the outfield. Even though Grisham makes those plays in the outfield look like cakework, you know what I mean? But I feel like they do get offensively just a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think we see it in his play too. When he plays a couple days in a row, that's usually when he has a big game. Then he sits, and it kind of resets things. So, I think it would be a blessing in disguise for Trent to go on the injured list. They didn't make that move yet, right? But they have Cruz ready. But it seems like why would they have him go out there with a hit? Like, why not just let him heal? Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't.
I am a little shocked at the Brian De La Cruz move, though.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to just see Jones, and I know that 40-man roster spot, this and that, but it's like, why do we even want Brian De La Cruz on our 40-man roster?
Or even Everson
that's my
Pereira.
question.
Right.
Like, that's my question. Why him?
Yeah.
It's not like he's like some silent, been riding under the radar. Like, no, it's not. What was he hitting? Like 190?
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts.
No, it is.
And the worst part is they'll start him regularly.
Yeah. No, you're right. So hopefully they don't do that, and hopefully they just roll Dominguez out there 95% of the time. That's what we need. We'll see what happens, but starts with a win tonight. And hopefully Warren can give us something solid, and then we just jump over Barrios early. But I guess we'll see. But what? Oh, go ahead.
Just say in that chat, do you think getting somebody in the outfield would benefit us? Like, they were talking about trying to go after Carroll, trying to go after maybe an outfielder in Arizona.
No, I think we have too many other needs.
Right?
I think we have too many other needs.
Yes.
Why are we worried about that?
Yeah, exactly. All right, I just want to make sure that we were on the same page, because when they were talking about that yesterday, I'm like, absolutely not. Where would he play? Like, we need that third baseman. We don't need an outfielder.
And Jazz for MVP, and that's it.
Oh, absolutely, baby. You already know. Jazz for all the money. Really?
No, we were talking about that more yesterday, and I was just saying, like, the two things, don't have to be concurrent or whatever you want to say. It's like Jazz could be playing really well, the team could be playing really bad, but that's not like it's on Jazz. And I think the way he's been hitting recently, sure, he's not going to be a 300 hitter, but I think he's going to be, 260, 270 and probably slug around 500, right? I mean,
look, if Jazz can give us 270, 260, 20 home runs, 80, 90 RBIs out of a utility infielder that plays different positions daily, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, and maybe 40 steals too if he gets going on the base paths again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think that's what gets me so mad about people getting giving Jazz shit. It's just because, like, bro, if you look at the type of player that Jazz is, fine, might be flashy, might be a little non-focused sometimes, but what he gives,
really high.
What he gives you, though, is every single day the energy, the great clubhouse presence, the vibes, and he produces. He does produce. He struggles like everybody else does, but he's our best hitter right now. Like, if you look at our skating, you look at his numbers, he's been our best hitter since he got back from.
Yes.
How can anybody have a bad word to say about him?
No, we're lucky to have him. Hopefully he gets some help from the surrounding guys. We'll see. What's your score prediction for tonight?
I'm gonna go 5-2 Yanks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go.
I'm not gonna fade the Yanks.
No.
And
it's like, you come to a breaking point, and you hope that it's
typical follower.
That it's tonight. So we'll see. But definitely a great call, Ernie. Really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, brothers. See y'all later.
All right. Have
Goodbye,
a great day,
Ernie.
brother.
Peace.
All right, the great Erndini.
They say.
But yeah, so hopefully we can get back in the winner's circle tonight. But let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's a nail quick. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, drink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right, so bunch of moves in NHL free agency.
Hell yeah.
Last couple of days. Obviously, what we have our eyes on the New York Rangers, and I think they hit an absolute home run trading defenseman Keandre Miller to the Carolina Hurricanes for a protected 26 first rounder, a second rounder, and also the prospect Scott Morrow, who had 1 goal and 6 points for the Hurricanes last season. He was one of Carolina's top prospects and had 39 points in 52 AHL games last season. And then on top of this, I mean, not that it has anything to do with us, but Carolina going 8 years, $60 million for Miller.
Crazy.
I think, this is like, talk about like, let him cook. This is a great deal for us.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Carolina can get out of Keandre Miller. I mean, not for nothing. A lot of the talks right around Keandre. I mean, obviously, I've been watching him since he's been with the Rangers. He was drafted. Listen, the guy undoubtedly had talent. He was a first rounder, I think maybe 20th or 22nd overall pick. And it's like, I don't know, like, you watch him, he has the speed, he has the ability to play offense, to contribute, to score. We've seen that many times. But then you've seen the blown defensive assignments he's had during plays, the lack of, I don't know if you want to say physicality, but intensity in 5-on-5 play. And then obviously, yeah, the mistakes were quite a few, especially this past year. So, I think he's another example, unfortunately, of maybe, the Rangers not able to really develop a young, talented player like Keandre Miller. So it's interesting to see that, Carolina, signs him right away, long-term. It should be interesting to see what the coaching staff over there in Carolina, because we know obviously Britton Moore is can get the best out of his players. So obviously the best to him. But in terms of the picks you get in return, Scott Morrow, who is a Connecticut native.
Does it say what town?
I believe he was born in Darien.
Darien, there we go.
I don't know if he lived in Stanford at some point. I don't know.
You thought you heard that?
I thought I maybe had heard that or read
it says
that.
born in Stanford.
He was born in Stanford.
So
Okay, so maybe
born in Stanford,
opposite.
grew up in
Darien. So went to UMass, I think. 22 years old, youthful defenseman. So you got to be happy with that. I feel like you're getting more youth, another defenseman. Hopefully, even though the Rangers haven't, you can develop this guy.
But I guess it seems like you think it's pretty good. I know sometimes getting rid of somebody you drafted, but is this not a steal? Am I missing something? A first rounder for Keandre Miller and a second.
The picks are great for next year. That's amazing. Yeah. But again, how much are picks worth to a team that don't develop them? You know what I mean? Like, I still think there's some things to be desired. It's not like this guy is an absolute shoo-in.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't get me wrong here. Keandre Miller was a name circled on my list who needed to go.
Yeah. So I think given that, I think, we'd like to work out this not. But I think it's the top return we could have got.
Yes,
absolutely.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think Drew did a great job in the return he's getting. Clearly, though, the Hurricanes believe that they can, use Miller, accordingly. So it's like, obviously Carolina believes that they're getting a good bang for their buck. And like I said, for the Rangers, it does not stop with this trade. It does not stop with this. It stops with, can you develop this Scott Morrow guy? Are you going to use these picks to your advantage next draft?
But also a key is I think Miller had to go because they also signed Vladislav Gavrikov to a
Gavrikov, yeah.
7-year, $49 million deal. They're envisioning that pairing with Fox, shut down defensively. So it gives you that room. It gives you the picks. Plus, they're saying, it's supposed to be a good draft next year. That's why they kept their pick instead of trading it, and then traded it this year. But also that they might use those picks at the deadline. So I think, and maybe that is the play. Maybe you do move those picks, but I just think it gives them that flexibility. And I just like the turnover. I think they need new culture there. Starts with the coach, but then you get rid of a bunch of players too. I think that's great. I think this is everything that they need. I think they're having a good offseason so far.
I think so too. And you get 2 defensemen. Gavrikov is going to be great. I think paired up with Fox. Honestly.
I mean, is he not your true defenseman?
He is.
That should be everything that you want.
He is big body. He was a defensive force for the Kings. And you know how high I was on the Kings last year. So I like that mentality, a type of player like that is coming over to the Rangers. 29 years old, 7 years. We'll see how that kind of matures. But right now, and especially his 5-on-5 plays, is what's been really lauded by people around the NHL, and that's exactly what the Rangers need help in, specifically the defensive side there in 5-on-5. So, I think that's a great get there. I'm stoked to see him, in a blue shirt, no doubt about that. But like you said, the turnover's been good. Drury's making moves, and I think they're going to be the right moves. It does worry me what he's going to do with those picks. We know that Chris Drury is in a state of desperation. Jobs on the line here. He's got to make a splash in the playoffs, and you're coming off a year where you didn't even make the playoffs. So it's like, is he going to be slap happy with giving those picks up at the deadline? Maybe that's a good way to go. Again, historically, Rangers, even with the last few years with Drury, they trade picks, they trade younger pieces for already established talent around the league. It should be interesting to see, especially this season. I forget who got Jonathan Taves. Somebody signed Jonathan Taves yesterday. Winnipeg for a year. I think Detroit got Patrick Kane back for another year as well. So those are older guys. Corey Perry, I think, went to. Did he go to LA? Maybe. Corey Perry got signed for a year somewhere else. I think it was L.A. Those are guys that I would not be surprised if they're having good years. Drury has those names circled for a deadline move because obviously those are veteran players who have cup experience and, could have some more juice to be squeezed out for their careers here. So it should be interesting to see. Again, right now it's, more so about the players they have on the roster, who I guess they're going to bring in. I think he picked up a couple other minor league guys from maybe Tampa and Pittsburgh too.
Was Parssinen on the roster before?
Parssinen, yeah.
Okay, and Taylor Radish?
Radish, I think, was a guy he picked up from Tampa, Pittsburgh, maybe.
And Justin Dowling?
I don't know about Justin. That Dowling sounds familiar.
Carson Soucy? Yeah,
Carson Soucy was the defenseman from Vancouver, I think we got. So he's been solid. I know Will Cooley got extended for 2 years, I believe.
He did.
3.9 annually. That great move. Yeah, dude. Will Cooley showed a lot of grit. He was a guy who was scoring for for a few games where the Rangers were not scoring at all. And somebody, I think Zach Jones got picked up by somebody else. I think maybe he went to Buffalo,
Vegas.
Maybe. Mitch Marner to Vegas. That was crazy. We were just talking about it. He was spotted looking for houses in Vegas.
Right.
Listen, that was a name that, maybe some Rangers fans had circled. Obviously, at $11.5 million, I think he's getting paid per year, or $11 million per year. That would have been a lot of cap space. But, I guess good for Vegas because he's obviously a talent. And I think, didn't Jonathan Taves get signed back to Toronto?
Yes.
Tavares, right?
Tavares, yes, he did.
Tavares did, which honestly, I think he's getting paid $1 million a year for 4 years or whatever it is. It's something really cheap. It may not be that cheap, but I remember seeing the deal. I was like, dude, that's a fucking steal for Tavares. I know he's a little bit long in the tooth.
There's no way.
Look up his contract.
A significant pay cut to stay with the Maple Leafs. He could have gotten $8 million. Former captain on a 4-year deal. Okay, so it's a little over 4.38 million per season. He could have gotten 8 over 2. He got 4.38 over 4. He's just wanting to stay with that roster,
which is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So obviously, you look at that. That for Toronto, that's a great get. And obviously, it does seem like you were saying he's not going to do that for any other team. But as it stands right now, Rangers making some good moves.
No cap space though. Still, I guess because of Gavrikov. I guess I kind of flip flopped with Miller.
It did. Yeah,
but I'm looking at like cap hits and stuff. I mean, obviously Mika would be great, but that contract, I guess no one's going to trade for him. But the fact that Susie makes 3.2, and I don't know, in Braden Schneider, I mean, I would like to get rid of those guys because that would be
how much is Schneider making?
$5.5 million combined between the two. It's 2.2 for Schneider, 3.2 for Susie, right?
I mean, what's the deal with Susie's contract? Is this the last year?
Both of them are last
Both
year.
of them are last
Schneider would
years?
be a restricted free agent too.
Yeah.
Because you already have Vakanainen and Morrow. I feel like you don't need those guys. $5 million, then you have $1.5 million, so that would be $7 million. You could sign a good player.
No, yeah, I think so. I don't know if Scott Morrow is ready to be an everyday player. What does he have? 7 games in
but
the
I'm
NHL?
trying to think. So active roster, how many defensemen like for a game day do you have playing? 5?
I mean, you got Susie. He was an everyday player, right?
But I'm just saying, like
Oh, you're saying for any team?
Yeah, like on game day, how many active defensemen do you need to have?
6.
It's 6? Okay, so
3 lines of 2, right?
6 to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
mean,
guess
you can fill it however you want, I guess.
Yeah, I guess because right now they have 7, so I guess they would need to bring in somebody else that they were going to trade both of those guys.
Yeah, definitely. And again, I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, people get injured, stuff like that. I don't know, like, how many defensemen we really have down in the minors.
I feel like we spent a lot of money on defensemen because Borgen is the 3rd defenseman for 4.1. Was that, in hindsight, was that the right thing or no?
Will Borgen?
Yeah, or you like him? Or?
I like Will Borgen, yeah. Plays hard.
It just the cap is just tough. So
the cap is tough,
at,
dude.
What we really could do. But
I mean, this was a big problem going into the offseason for the Rangers, was their cap space.
And Lafreniere, I mean, has to
produce a lot.
But,
yeah, dude.
I mean, do you think it'd be? I don't even know if anybody would do this, but in your eyes, would it be worth it to trade Mika? Like if you did like 50% retainment just to get rid of him, and then clear up $4.25 million?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna pay like 9,
8.5.
Oh, I mean, that's just really annoying, dude.
Yeah,
because you're talking about getting rid of players that you're paying $4 million to play for you. Now you're gonna pay $4 million for this guy not to play for you.
Yeah,
and then have to pick up somebody else.
So basically, just hoping Sullivan gets the most out of him.
Yeah,
I mean, is like what percentage did you say that Mika can give us an acceptable 75%? Season? Acceptable season, 75%.
Yeah,
and you think it's like he didn't like Laviolette, like he might play better because is that what your thought is?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I think Laviolette was part of the problem. I think maybe some of the roster, like,
he didn't get along with.
Maybe it was maybe there's a reason why Kreider was being
Chris
moved
Drury
beyond.
trying to make trades after they had just went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
trading Jacob Trouba in October.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, we've talked about it in nauseum. It seems that the way the whole Trouba thing went down.
Yeah,
you're gonna stay here now. You want to get traded in the offseason. You're gonna stay here because your wife is doing some fucking nursing thing, and then figure it out. And then it's a shit year, and you get traded anyway. I mean, it's just absolute dumpster fire, dude. And not for nothing, I forget who was it Calvin DeHaan maybe, who was also complaining about how Drury was handling the players and their contracts and negotiations, and it's just like, like what the fuck, man? Like I know Chris Drury's from Connecticut, but you don't have to be like a total scumbag,
and I know some things could be done. They can make trades, and that's just ridiculous. But
come on,
that's almost as ridiculous as saying Jersey
dude.
Pizza is good.
I didn't say that, dude.
No,
I'm not on the
I'm
Jersey
just
Pizza
saying
trade
because it's just like I don't understand that. But that's another story. But I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. I like the new coach.
Yes.
I like that we've gotten a lot of guys out here. And Lafreniere. I mean, what if Lafreniere has a good season?
I guess. Yeah,
so maybe
cautiously optimistic.
Maybe I think the culture might play a way bigger role. It might not be these guys can't play.
Yeah.
I think the culture might play a bigger role. So let's see what happens. But I'm excited.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the Tavares signing back to Toronto, that worries me. Brad Marchand getting signed to Florida, that worries me.
But you know what? I'm not even worried about that because at the end of the day, like, sure, yes, I want to win the Stanley Cup, but let's just start with I
guess so,
being in the playoffs.
No, yeah, you're
having
right.
A good season, and then we'll worry about that stuff. We can improve the team as the season goes along.
I guess so, but I'm still sitting here and I'm expecting a Stanley Cup, dude. Like this is what we're going for.
But then,
dude.
so what? Is there anything you would want to do now? Like any of the ideas I had on chatting some salary? I mean, what if it was up to you? What would you do right now? You only have $1.5 million a cap.
Yeah, so you really either have to shed or get the best out of the guys
or
you have.
Try to trade Panarin. over.
That would
$11
maybe the
million.
one guy I would try and shop. We know he's going to be a free agent after this year, right? 1 year off of the
But most
contract.
value now, since you could get him for the whole season rather than the deadline, right?
You're saying he has
If-
most value for the Rangers now, is what you're
to
saying?
trade now versus, you know what I mean? Because you gave him the
I guess
deadline,
so,
you only get
yeah.
him for half of the season. But now somebody might say, "Oh, geez, load up," you know?
No, yeah. I mean, I totally agree with that. I mean, but I don't know. Listen, you have to find the right buyer. You can't really retain much of his salary.
No, what if it no retainment and you just get prospects? Would you do it or no? You get 11 million off the books.
I'd have to see who else is available free agency wise on where you can spend that 11 million at. But yeah, if there's a good guy to go after,
Yeah,
I would say yes.
Or-
but
or
again,
set
like
up another trade.
like that good guy for 11 million was probably going to be Mitch Marner. Like that's probably the equivalent
Mm.
of what you would get out of him.
Yeah,
So I mean, I don't know, let's see who else NHL free agents who else is
yeah. Because
available.
I remember looking at this, it was tight. I mean, Marcia Salt is a free agent or no, or that he's still under.
I want to say he was. Oh God, that's not what I wanted here. Signed. I don't want signed. No.
Brock Bozer, or he signed.
Brock Besser,
okay.
Vancouver.
These are guys. Okay, so really, the top free agent is Nikolai Ehlers.
Ellers. Okay.
You know anything about him? Dmitry Orlov.
I think
Pierre
maybe
Sugar.
sometime with Washington. I don't know much more about him, to be honest.
Roslovich is a free agent.
Okay. I mean, he's not going to be a replacement for Panarin.
So we got to get Ehlers, right or no?
I guess let's look at
29
Yep.
years old. Automatic 20+ goal player for a decade.
Let's see what got going on here.
They said maybe some durability concerns over the long haul, though.
All right. All his years with
Power
Winnipeg
play threat.
here. Best season was back in looks like 20s. So actually, he kind of matched it this past season. 63 points, 61 points the year prior. A lot of those points kind of even out across goals and assists. It seems.
So, I mean, what do you think? Would it make sense that you trade
play the white
Panarin,
ring, can play the
you
left
get
wing.
future assets, whether picks, prospects, and then you could get this guy? I mean, does that make sense, you think, or would you rather have Panarin?
Nico. I mean, I wonder how much money this guy's gonna pull. Gonna want. I mean,
It says like I think it was 6 or 8. 6 years with 8.1 average per season.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, not for nothing. I would imagine he would want maybe somewhere around 8. You know, when he signed that contract back in
So you still have
2018.
$3 million left, and then
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. And again, I mean, obviously it's kind of up to Sullivan at this point to see, what he can get out of Panarin. Because not for nothing, like, if this guy's going to walk in to give you 50, 60 points, and then at that point you can allocate more funds to someone else as well to have
Plus,
some
if you
more
trade
depth.
some of those defense.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Maybe all of a sudden you can get someone else here.
I'm all for trading as much as possible.
Again, it's just like a freaking math equation over here at this point. But I mean, if you can somehow finagle that, I mean, that would be sick. And not for nothing, like Winnipeg is a team too. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna want a little bit of a different look.
Yeah.
As well.
So
but Ehlers is a free agent now, right? It's not like this is his last year.
free
He
agent
is
now.
current. Okay,
Yeah, he's
here.
top free agent. So
I'm interested why. I wonder if Winnipeg rather like offered him anything.
yeah, or maybe he's just looking for as much money as possible.
Maybe.
Like everybody, really.
Yeah.
Right? Other than Tavares.
yeah. But I mean, Tavares was always like that to be even with the Islanders. I mean, he was taking pay cuts to stay with them.
Yeah.
Um,
and then rip
Well,
their heart out.
obviously, like, then I know that kind of tough, dude. But I don't know, man. I mean, Tavares. Growing up watching Tavares, it was a big reason why I hated the fucking Islanders.
Yeah.
Was because of him.
Yeah. No, exactly.
So I don't know.
I think solid start to the offseason. I'm optimistic. But we got a lot of time between now, start of the season, end of the offseason. So we'll see what happens. So that's really where we're at. Hoping to get in the winner's circle tonight and go from there. But definitely a great show once again today. Really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume merch at DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets twice.
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.